dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
And he is out of bounds here.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
On play action, Locke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Dances by him, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
141 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A quick throw outside by Locke. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Let's go, tighten up.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
To throw, it's Lance.
Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Lance. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
McCann's got it teed up. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Wow, 185 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works free. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Something must not seem right to Locke here, so he steps back and calls timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
should be the final play before the quarter ends. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Man, 220 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at about the 1. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They fake the handoff. Now Lance being chased out left. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On play action, Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Lance going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, good move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Koo now for the point after.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 7. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Falcons, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.